welcome back to the channel if you're joining us again. Next part in this Jensen HEALEY MX5 turbo sort of series. Old engine, got a bit of free time again. We're gonna just tear the rest of the bits off it. We'll get the sump off and assess the damage internally inside the engine. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a bit of a mess in there. We'll just run through some other bits that we're gonna be doing, see how far we get with our limited amount of free time that we always seem to have. If you fancy seeing any of that, stick around. First of all, that basically fell off. There's one of those interesting water lines. If you watch the other videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. $12mm on belt. Couple of bolts, get rid of the pump. Leave that there for a min. It's an interesting contraption, isn't it? Get rid of that whilst we're in the way. Slacken that off. 12mm ratchet spanner. Take the load off of that. Let's not lose that either. Yeah, look. Cool. Let's get rid of that. Maybe it. Remove these pulleys because they're in much better condition than the ones that are on the other engine. So one of those, and back in there. That is pretty rough in there, I must say. Not going to reuse that water pump, but just wanted to see what it looked like in the jacket and the state of it in there. Right. It's pretty bad. If you followed along from the first one, I reckon it's probably all that's rusted out from that jack handle. There was a water pipe. I imagine that's what's done it. That's quite entertaining. Go back and watch the video if you haven't seen the first part of it. I've just noticed something about this this oil feed. That's what an interesting DIY. They've like welded that piece on to the thread all the way around. Yeah, fair enough. Oh. Success. This thing, oh god, this is the same. I wonder why I couldn't get a spanner or anything to fit it. You're about to see why. I mean, yeah. This is the kind of conversion we're dealing with here. This isn't essential, but I'm just intrigued. We are going to take the sump on that off and check the damage. Like I said, let's have a look. This sump's scrap anyway, so I reckon. Oh, Jesus Christ, man! It's whew. It's a bit difficult to. See. I can see, but I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It's going to be interesting when we open it up. Oh, yeah, I'm quite not looking forward to it, but it's going to be interesting to see how bad that is in there. Couldn't really see too much through here, but it looks pretty bad, like by eye. So that's the bits off the front we wanted to take off from that side. What else do we want? I want to take the starter motor off it because we know that works. Keep that as a spare, and remove the gearbox and a couple of other little bits, and then we'll roll the engine upside down and get the sump off. Have a look at that. Oh! There's another hole. There's a hole this side as well. Need this for the obviously the oil pressure switch and the actual oil pressure gauge. Just trying to be clever then, take it off in one, but it won't, will it? So right. There you go. Yes. Pressure switch, we've got another, look at all that in the end of there. Oh dear, I wonder if it was like that before the engine went. It must have been just full of silicone or something. It's not even PTFE. It is actually, they have actually just siliconed it, like clear white household silicone. Oh god, man, this just gets better and better, this thing. That's the same. I can see it now. Yeah, look, that's the same. Got silicone all around it, rather than, you know, proper like PTFE. Get rid of this interesting setup that's been made. No, look, my socket doesn't actually go on there. Oh, screwdriver fit? Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh, pretty tight. Like I said, if you watch the first video on this Jensen, oh man, look, just rust. This has been customized, I suppose you could say, to do what they wanted it to do. If we compare it to the original setup, the factory setup on the other engine now, like so, it's yeah, it's quite a bit different. There's no room. I might be able to get a quarter drive, no, I wouldn't even get a quarter drive ratchet in there. This is what we said about in the first video. This housing on the back is actually, from what we can tell, is actually part of the front housing, which has been yeah, I mean, just watch the first, go back to the channel, watch the first video for a bit more of a explanation, like what we think or why. We don't even know why they've done it this way. That is off the front of the engine, and we've got to remove this housing to remove this pipe. It won't come off, it rubs on the gearbox, and obviously you can't get the gearbox off because it's stuck against the bell housing. It's just, I don't know, man. It's yeah. One of them. Be interested to see if there's a thermostat in here. Oh god, look. It's just full of gunk. Oh, there is one in there. Oh wow. That's rough. Clutch ain't too old either, I don't think. There we go. Engine and box split. Now, this is the, I guess it's the moment that we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting for. I'm gonna roll this engine upside down, get the sump off it, and we'll see what's going on inside there. One. Here we go. Let's have a look. around it. Oh. There's a few bits in there. Look at them bits in there. It's been sucking up. It's all old silicone and stuff, isn't it? We'll have a look at that strainer in a minute. That's bad. Take this off as carefully as possible. Ooh. Hang on, I'll put this down and then we'll have a look. Right, so pay attention. That cylinder there. There's bits everywhere. Ooh, that's spun. It's upside down for one. Oh, nah. It's seized right up. It won't be in the other way. No. Okay. Plan B. That is completely seized, so only way to do it, to have a look at the damage, and you take the crank out, so all this has got to come off anyway. Will it come off with fingers? Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's really not too bad at all. That clutch is fairly new, to be fair. It's an XED clutch. Performance. Oh dear, look. Twisted, snapped, bottom of the piston's gone, hole in the water jacket there, big hole there, hole there, hole there. Rods, that's a normal one, that was like a banana, and obviously that, well, yeah, that's ejected. Gono. I don't think the crank's damaged. Can't really tell. I don't think it is. See daylight through the other side as well. That's on a proper number. There are just so many bits with this that are just this oil strainer. That is full of like silicone and all sorts. I wonder if it had bad oil pressure as well. It's really blocked up with just sludgy, silicone-y stuff. Like that wouldn't have helped. The water system is just, it's just like that. It's just whoever did this loved their silicone. There now. Boom. Right, well now we got to the bottom of that. Seen some scenes. This is the worst part. We've got to clean all this mess up now, and then we've got to start dismantling the other engine, because like the inlet manifold's got to be swapped. There's got to be work done with the fuel rail, water pipes, bits of loom. There's still quite a lot to do yet. This is the new, well, second-hand new engine, so to speak. First thing to do, this inlet manifold. Can't use this manifold on the setup that we're going to be doing. It's not quite right for it. EGR setup on it. The one that come off does not. I'm not going to bother showing the process of removing that inlet manifold, because if you've been following the series, you would have seen me do that. I'll quickly do that, and then we'll put it on the bench, and we'll do a little comparison as to what we're going to do with what, and this and that and the other. So let's jump over to that. Cool. That's the manifold off. Now let's just run through a couple of little differences to the one that came off from the original turbo conversion. Obviously, like I just said, this manifold has an EGR valve setup, whereas this one does not. That is factory. You can see the casting marks. You could have this worked and get someone to alley weld it, but we're not going to. We don't need to. Minor differences to be honest, on this manifold. Take note of these here, singular on that one. It would have been decent to be able to use this manifold, because on here, for instance, we're going to run boost gauge and dump valve, whichever way around, doesn't really matter. That'll be for the fuel pressure, and that one would be for the ECU to measure the boost pressure, because the ECU that's in it's got an ME221 ECU in it. It needs that boost feed, and I suppose this one is slightly better. We haven't got to worry about any form of blank. Like this one's got a blank on the bottom. We're not going to need that, so we can run. Unfortunately, we'll have to T on this one for dump valve and boost gauge, but then we've still got the one for fuel pressure, and that one at the bottom will do the boost pressure for the ECU. So in a way, this is probably a better setup, I suppose. Simpler. So that's a little explanation of that. Now, I've just seen the length of the footage on this video, and it's pretty long already. Still a lot more to do, i.e. we've got to get oil feeds done, returns done for the sump. Turbo's got to be mounted, make any adjustments that need doing, modifications to do to some water lines. We've got to change the clutch, we've got to change the starter motor, the alternator, because we know that works. On the old engine, they all work, so we're sticking with those. Those other ones will be spares. We've got timing belt kit to do on it. There's loads of work to do on it yet. So that'll be the end of this video. And then again, this video was only supposed to be about actually tearing the rest of the engine down and finding out about the damage. So we're going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed any of that mucky, horrible work. There's quite a lot of bits to sort out. There's a box of new bits, new seals and gaskets and that. I suppose next video we'll get done will be all of the sort of reassembling and working out what bits are going to go where to modify, etc. So if you fancy any of that, hit the old subscribe button. Thanks for joining, as always, and we'll see you on the next one.